we don't have a choice of when it is time to leave this earth, but we do have a choice what we leave behind us. What I'm talking about, not to leave behind you money, properties, or earthly stuff. I'm talking about to leave behind you your knowledge, wisdom, and love. One of the things that I wanted to leave behind is that I wanted to change the world. I don't know about you, but I wanted to change the world. But I found out it is much easier to make a difference in the world. And if I want to change the world, I must be surrounded around people like yourselves, leaders, Women Federation for World Peace, to help me make a difference and change the world. We are, as leaders, sometimes we teach in a way we are so passionate, but sometimes we could teach in the wrong way, not knowing exactly what we're doing to the other person. So all our leaders, we lead our kids. Sometimes when we were kids, we were leading our parents. I don't know if you remember that, but we get our way by leading. We are born to be leaders. But depends how you can catch yourself and you can lead with love and compassion, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. Growing up, I had a learning disability. Today we know as dyslexia. Not your average dyslexia. The kind of dyslexia you hold your book upside down and you don't even realize it. My teacher was so passionate in teaching me how to read and write, but he was teaching me not in the correct specifically in the correct way. He made me stand up in a class, which I was held back at school year after year, so I was the tallest person in the class, and I was sitting all the way in the back. And he made me stand up, and he wanted me to read. He knew I couldn't read. And he said, Aimmee, read. I'm gonna tell you something. I could not see one word that day. And when I couldn't read, he told me, come on down to the front of the room, the classroom. I came down, and he said, go down on your knees, put the book on top of your head, and put your hand on top. Now, I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he was thinking I'm gonna download something. Somehow, he was thinking I was going to download this information. So, what I'm saying here to you is that when you are leading with love and compassion, you always look at the other person and you lead them the way they want to be led, not the way you want to lead them. My teacher, he was teaching me and leading me the way he thought that's the right way to lead. I encourage you today, when you talk to your kids, to your parents, to your friends, to your colleagues, to everyone, to catch yourself and make sure if you're passionate about teaching them and helping them and leading them, lead them with love and compassion. Lead them the way they will receive it correctly, not the way you think it needs it to be done. I learned that lesson, and since then, I never, ever wanted to lead that way. In 1975, the Lebanese Civil War began. I was 12 years old, and that was just a couple years ago, you know. Just a couple years ago. My parents wanted to leave to Egypt, so my father got us together in a room, and he met with us, and he said, I would want you to leave the country for safety. I was so excited. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave school now and start a new school. Nobody's gonna make fun of me, and maybe I will have a good life. Everyone in the room left, my siblings, my mom and dad left to the other room. I stayed in that room with my older brother, Robert. At that time, Robert was 20 and I was 12, as I said. And Robert was a handsome young man with the big eyes and a big, big heart. Robert looked at me and asked me, he said, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" I said, "I want to be a teacher." He said, "Why you want to be a teacher?" I said, "Because I want to teach in the right way. I want to inspire. I want to lift people up." He said, "You know what? You have your why. I could see and I could feel you're feeling it in your heart. Now you have to believe it in your mind." And I looked at Robert, I said, "Wow, this is awesome. He's listening to me and he's listening to my pain and he's asking me what I want to do when I grow up." Then Robert said, "Okay, I want to promise you, I will help you to finish school and become a teacher one day." "What? That's not possible," I told him. "There is no way I could be a teacher. I can't even graduate from my class." He said, "I promise you, you will finish school and you will be a teacher one day." So what Robert did, he listened to my pain. He was leading me with love and compassion. So Robert needed to go to the kitchen to get his tea. I said, "You're not going anywhere. You sit right here. I'm loving this conversation with you. I will be right back. I will go get your tea." And I looked at his eyes, and he smiled at me with his love and compassion. And he told me, he gave me hope that day. So I stood up, and I took a couple steps towards the kitchen. Not a second later, just a second later, a bomb flew through the window into the living room. And Robert was gone. All my hopes, my dreams, and my favorite brother vanished that day. The bombs started coming one after another, and I was shaken to my core. My mom, she was trying to throw herself from the other room she was, and my father was holding her back. And I was looking at that room, my mom she's trying to throw herself to death, and my brother's burning in this room. Robert was gone. My hope was gone. My life was crushed. But what Robert did, the way Robert led me, he's still alive right now. It's true, I'm not a teacher today, but I have online academy where I'm bringing some of the top speakers to help others and pay it forward, to guide people and give them hope. So what I'm trying and why I'm sharing the story with you is to let you know your words to other people means a lot. You can change people's life. You can make a difference in this world. What Robert did, he listened to my pain and he led me with compassion. Robert never died because he left something very powerful behind. After that, we became homeless. We separated from my family, and they took me and my 6-year-old brother, put us in the mountain where the country shut down. I didn't know if my parents still alive, my other siblings were alive or not. For 3 months, I did not have any connection with them. The road was cut off between the mountain and the Beirut. And I had to take care of my 6-year-old brother We had no water up there, we had no electricity, and we had no food. We used to wait in line just to get a piece of bread with baked tomato on it. And if we were lucky, we get some soup. Sometimes they give us an apple. So one time, I looked at my younger brother, Roger, and I saw him digging down in the garbage looking for food. I went to him and I said, "What you're doing?" He said, "I am hungry." I said, "Here you go, you take my food." He said, "No, that's yours." I said, "Don't worry about it, you take my food." I led him with love and compassion. He became my why. See, when you lead someone with love and compassion, they become your why. You survive for them because you give them love. Love is exchange. When we do that, something comes to us without, we can't put finger on it. But because he was my why, I felt the energy in me lifted up. So I gave him my food, but I didn't give him my apple. See, you have to keep something for yourself too, right? You can just imagine 12 years old taking care of her 6-year-old brother, sitting in the mountain, not knowing her parents if they're alive or dead, seeing the bomb flying at night from one area to another and thinking, this is gonna kill my other brother, this is gonna kill my mother, and what happened? And I was afraid, and I was scared, and my brother was scared. I found a bench and a big tree behind me. I still remember, as I'm talking to you right now, I still remember that moment because that was so powerful. I sat on the bench and I put my back on the tree and I looked up. I had nowhere else to go but look up. I had no one to guide me, no one to tell me what I need to do. And I looked up and I said, "I'm scared. I feel big hole, black hole in my heart. I'm empty. I'm alone." And I felt the light just came through me. The light just filled all this darkness. And I learned to stay compassionate. And I learned how important love is. If you want to make a difference in the world, the best way to do it is to connect with one another. Love each other. If we want to stop war, guide yourself and others with love and compassion. I am where I am today because of the lessons that I learned. The lessons I learned from my teacher: don't ever guide someone the way you want to guide them. Guide them the way they want to be guided. And also from Robert, I learned the lesson: when I'm leading someone, to lead them with love and listen and give them 100% of my attention. When you do that, you are guiding, you are making a difference. You don't have to be a president or vice president or famous in order to make a difference. And talk to them from the heart. And when you do that, I guarantee you could make a difference. That today, I am alive for a reason, because I'm the one supposed to be staying in that room. And Robert, remember Robert? He's supposed to go get his tea. And I said, I will get it for you. But I'm here, and I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a reason to reach out to everyone to tell you about love. And you are here for a reason. You have so many other things you could be doing today, but you chose to be here. I have no doubt that if you listen to all of the other speakers, they're talking to you today because they're talking to your heart, you will walk away and you will definitely make a difference in the world. Not only that, you will leave something very powerful behind you. Thank you.